Hi everyone, welcome to Module 2 of English 111. Congratulations on successfully completing your first module. And now we're going to dive into Module 2 and we're going to focus on MLA documentation, the writing process, and we are going to write our first essay in this unit, or module, which will be our process or how-to essay. And don't worry, we're going to take this step by step. There's going to be some very detailed instructions for how to get started writing the process essay, and we'll do activities that throughout the unit or throughout the module that will help you build a successful rough draft and then eventually a successful final product. So you're not on your own to just produce this wonderful essay right off the bat. We're gonna take it step by step and get you there. So again, I encourage you to review your Module 2 objectives and then to take a look at all of our other resources. We have a book on MLA. Now, the reason why this becomes really important in this unit is because you will be required to use one or two outside sources in your process essay, and you will have to document those properly with in-text citations as well as a works cited page. Here are some additional resources on summarizing and quoting information from outside sources. And then I've also provided you with the passwords for NC Live and some other electronic resources as well. And even though you're not required to use NC Live for this first essay, it is a good idea to perhaps look there first for a resource, since you know everything that comes off of there is a good quality source. Next, we have some resources that specifically speak to the process essay and beginning to write your process essay. So we have a brief introduction to the academic writing environment and writing process. So these are some lecture notes geared specifically towards writing. We have a book on the writing process. So this will get you thinking and reading about the way that you should tackle your writing assignment for this course. And then we have some lecture notes specific to process writing. All right, once you've reviewed all of the resources, you're ready to get started with your Module 2 assignments. And you'll see we have our attendance activities that you'll see kind of become available and then disappear throughout the unit. We have an entrance ticket and an ed puzzle. This is kind of a little way to review the changes that have happened recently in MLA format. And then we have a Padlet where you will collaborate with your classmates to come up with information that you know already about MLA, that you want to know, and then how you will apply that information once you've learned it. Also, at this point in time, I know it seems far away, but I'm providing you with information on your options for your final exam because you do have two options. If you pick the Nash Reads options, which involves reading the book, The Other Westmore, and doing an assignment with that, you'll need to get started with that earlier on in the semester. So I want you thinking about that now and deciding on something now so that if you do decide you want to do the option for The Other Westmore, you can get going with that when you have time. If you don't want to do that, that's perfectly fine. Then you'll just take the traditional final exam, and more information about what constitutes that will be released when we get a little closer. We've been reviewing grammar, so now we're going to actually test your knowledge. You're going to be taking some grammar quizzes as part of this unit, and we've also been reviewing MLA information, and you're going to be taking some MLA quizzes as part of this unit. So you can kind of, these are one time, take it for a grade. You can't do them over. They do count towards your coursework grades, so you want to make sure you do a good job on them, and kind of pace yourself and do them anywhere in this window of September 19th to the 26th when they're available. I highly recommend that you don't wait until the last minute to do all of these quizzes. And then after you complete the quizzes, we're actually going to dive into the process essay. And as I said, we're going to take this step by step. So embedded in the process essay directions is a video from Mrs. Battle where she explains in detail the directions for the assignment, how to get started, and everything that you sort of need to know to do a good job with it. So I encourage you, when you click this link and as you're reading everything over, to definitely make sure that you watch that video. It's linked right at the top of the assignment page. You're going to be posting your topic, your thesis, and listing some ideas for your paper in a forum, and I will be responding to that. I'll be approving your thesis statement, and then you'll be submitting your rough draft of your paper to Smart Thinking and also turning in proof of that submission. If you would prefer to go to the English studio instead of submitting to Smart Thinking, you're welcome to do that as well. But again, you'll need to submit some sort of proof that you've either submitted a draft to Smart Thinking or that you've been to the English studio for feedback prior to turning in your final draft. And then finally, at the end of the unit, you'll turn in your final draft of your process essay. And I've given you a link here to the assignment snapshot just so you can review all of the criteria one more time before you turn it in, just to make sure that you're not missing anything. And of course, at the end of the unit, we'll have an module. I tend to use those terms interchangeably, so forgive me. At the end of the module, we'll have an exit ticket as well. So that's your overview of Module 2. Again, there's a detailed video from my colleague, Mrs. Battle, that goes through the process essay, so please make sure you watch that. And if you have any questions on the process essay or on anything else that we're doing as part of Unit 2, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for listening, and good luck.